Hey everybody, this is Peter with Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today I'm here with another unboxing and somewhat of a review, maybe a product review, as I go through what we just received, and that is something I'm very excited about. So for all of you out there in the role-playing community, maybe you play Pathfinder, Dungeons and Dragons, maybe you play Numenera. I mean, I don't know what it is you play, but if you're in the role-playing community and you like to play those types of games, I've got one that I know I'm super excited about. Hope you're excited about it as well. Free League Publishing has been putting out their Alien RPG based off of the movies that I'm sure most of you have heard of if you've not watched and or love. But the Alien, the role-playing game by Free League Publishing, this is their starter set. We just received it, and I'm going to go ahead and open it up for you. I'm going to try to show you the things that are in this box. The back of the box says that it has 104-page rule book with a fast and effective rule set designed specifically to support the core themes of Alien, horror, and action in the cold darkness of space. It also comes with a 48-page complete scenario called Chariot of the Gods, written by sci-fi novelist Andrew E.C. Gaska. There is also 5 pre-generated characters to play, a huge full-color double-sided map that has one side with uncharted or the charted space, and then the other side is going to be the floor plans for the Chariot of the Gods scenario. There's 85 game markers for keeping track of characters and motion tracker pings and more, 56 high-quality custom cards for weapons, personal agendas, and initiative in combat, and a set of each of 10 engraved base dice and 10 stress dice designed specifically for the Alien role-playing game. So that's what it says is in the box. Let's actually take a look inside the box and see what we can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out my trusty pocket knife here, and I'm gonna very gently score a little bit of this plastic. All right. So I've been excited about this one. I can't say that I've been a huge lover of the movies, though I really enjoyed the first 2, Alien and Aliens. Have enjoyed those, but I love role-playing games. I like horror settings. The very first Dungeons and Dragons campaign I ever ran was Curse of Strahd, so I enjoyed that kind of theme there. But outer space, sci-fi, I've not run anything like that. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what that would be like. And I know the guys from Tabletop Gaming Guild are looking forward to probably playing it as well. So I'm just, I mean, in this box, like I tell you, I've had some starter sets before from different companies, and they're normally kind of lightweight. You pick them up and you're always kind of skeptical about what's on the inside. You're not sure if there's much there. And sometimes you open up and there's like little inserts that fill about half of the box. And then you just get a couple pamphlets. I know that there's been some that have come out now with cards for like sidekicks and things like that. And so that's been nice. But the more you can fit into a starter set, gets me pretty excited. And this is not an inexpensive set. I think it's a $50 set if you find it in store or online. And you can tell it. You pick it up, and it feels like you're hefting one of the core rule books. Probably, honestly, you pick it up, and it's a very nice, sturdy cardboard. So it's not flimsy. It's not going to break down. So let's go ahead. I love this art too. This cover. I mean, seriously, you just get the white, the black, the red, but that's all you need. The shadow of the xenomorph's tail here is just so emblematic. The outline of your hero as well. So yes, Alien starter set. We've got it opened up, and just like the box says, inside we do have a nice custom set of dice here on the inside, and then we've got a second set here. And I've not read through the book. I don't know at all what this game is going to be like. So it did say something about base dice and then stress dice. They are dual colored. So we've got black ones here, which I'm going to assume are probably going to be our base dice. Just regular 6-sided. The numbers are on the sides. But if you get to the 6th side, it's got a nice little crosshairs in the middle of the die as well. So I'm assuming it's like a good critical hit or something along those lines. So we've got those sets of dice. And then we've got the other set, which here is, again, kind of neon exactly, but a nice yellow color, kind of a mustardy yellow color maybe. And they're the same, another 6-sided die, but there is a difference here. The 6 still has the crosshair, but the one, which I'm assuming is probably a failure of some kind, has an alien symbol on the one. So these are actually really, really cool looking. I like the design. They're embossed a little bit, so there's some texture to them as you roll them around. It's not just like written on the die, but there's just a little bit of depth and texture to each of the numbers as you go around the die. So those are our 20 dice that come with the set itself. We've got our regular game catalog promo inside here with all the games that Free Publishing puts out. They've got, of course, Alien, they've got Forbidden Lands, they've got Tales from the Loop, Symbaroum they've got in here as well, Twilight 2000, Vesson. I'm looking forward to Vesson. I think that's really cool. And then I know a lot of people out there are talking about Morkborg as well right now. So a lot of free League Publishing items there. And here we go. Yep. So it told us that we were going to have some cards inside that we're going to be talking about personal agendas and a couple other things. So let's go ahead and get those opened up again. I'm going to take my little pocket knife in here real nice and safely, so I don't want to score or mess up any of the cards. All right. So it said here that we do have, looks like we've got 10 cards in here specifically for initiative. So on one side, it just has an image here of our astronaut or our space pilots or whoever they are out there mining out in space. And then on the other side, we have our initiative 1 all the way up to initiative 10. So it looks like an interesting maybe system on how to do initiative. Rather than rolling dice, you could just shuffle the deck real quick, hand these out randomly, and then flip over your card, find out which part you are in initiative. All right, so we've got the initiative cards there. Let's see what else we have. Oh, okay, so this looks like our weapons. So we've got a nice stack of cards here for our weapons. The M240 incinerator unit, the M56A2 smart gun, the RMAT. There's a bunch. Let's see here. Let's count them real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 gun or, weapon cards here. I think they're all guns. Yep, all guns. And then on the back side, it actually tells you here the bonus, the damage, the range, the weight, the cost, and a comment about the weapon. So cost, I'm assuming then we're gonna have to maybe spend some of our money to purchase these cards. And bonus and damage, bonus probably to the die roll that you're rolling when you're using that weapon to shoot at somebody. But again, I've not read the rule book, so I have no idea. But yeah, so lots of weapons here as well to use. And then let's see here, the rest. No, we do have some more here. All right, so we have character cards. We have some character cards here, and on the back tells you their job. So we've got John's here. He is an officer. Gives us his strength, his agility, his wits, his empathy, his health, skills, talent, gear, personal agenda. And this one's even got a rival. So somebody named Clayton. I don't know if maybe Clayton's in the deck here. I'm not sure. But each character, it looks like some of them have buddies listed, but all of them have their skills, their abilities. If they've got a talent, the talent is listed here as well. It looks like some of them have, like I said, gear, so they'd have a specific weapon that comes along maybe with them. So we've got quite a few of those character cards as well. And then besides character cards, it comes with a nice stack of personal agenda cards. So we can flip through there. Oh yeah, okay. So each one of these has, so let's give an example here. We've got Davis's agenda in Act 3. It says, this will all go to hell unless you save the day. Take any risk necessary to kill the monsters and other enemies on the Cronus. So, all right, so I have no idea what any of that means. But I think that sounds interesting that we've got these cards that are going to give us some agendas for some of these maybe characters. And then some of them, again, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. I know that the game is supposed to mimic, I think, kind of like the film structure. A lot of Alien is going to be one-shots because we're not expecting our characters to probably live very long. It sounds like there's going to be a high body count when it comes to player characters. So I think you go into this one knowing that there's a good chance that you're going to die to the aliens. which I think is kind of fun. I mean, I like campaign styles. I like the games that can go on and on and on. But there's something fun, especially with the horror genre. If you're going to really lean into it, there's got to be that possibility of death or loss to really kind of drive home the tension of the theme. So let's go ahead and take and see what is next. And it looks like we're getting to our map. And it did say that it was a huge map. I think it says huge on the back of the box. Let's see here. It says a huge full color map. So let's see exactly how huge is huge. All right, so stars of the middle heavens. 1 fold, 2, 3. Okay, I would consider that to be a huge map. I would consider that to be a rather large map for sure. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. Again, no idea how that's going to come into play. Maybe we're choosing what sector we're in. It looks like it's broken down into a legend of 5 locations based on color. So that's a really cool looking map. And then on the back here, we have the USCSS Cronus Scientific Exploratory Vessel. So we have a couple different maps here inside the one side of the map here, showing us the different layers of the ship, it looks like. So that is a really giant size map. And again, this is really nice material. Sometimes you get these out, you're not going to tear this on accident. It's going to stand up to quite a bit of use. They put it on a really nice heavy grade paper for sure. So this is really nice. I am liking this as a starter kit. And oh my gosh, like I still pick up the box, it's still very hefty, and there's still more things in here. So we haven't got to the books yet even. So next up we do have some pre-generated player characters. I think it said we have 5 here. So we've got Cham, a roughneck. We have Davis, the pilot. We have Miller, who is an officer on board the ship. We have Rye, another roughneck on the ship. And we have Wilson, who is a company agent. And then on the back of each of these, we have their character sheets. So we've got information about the character that's already kind of pre-written for us. We've got their talent. Again, we've got all their stats listed over here. And then a little bit of bio down here for each of the characters. And then on the back, again, we have places where we can fill in any extra information that we might have, maybe what armor they're wearing and what the rating of the armor is, what weapons they're carrying, if they've been injured or radiation, their health and their stress level, experience points as well. So we will see what all. I don't think I'm going to write on these though. Like usual, the things that come in a starter kit, I'm always hesitant to write directly on them, so probably take these somewhere and either get a scan or a copy of them, maybe at my local library or Staples or wherever. Make a copy of this so that I don't have to write on the original version of the character sheet. But that is nice. And again, there's 5 of those. All right, and so it also said that we have tokens in here. So I'm seeing tokens next, a bunch of punch outs. Looks like we've got images on here of a bunch of aliens and then also people. There's the alphabet on them. Down here, target lock, go dark, power up sensors. Got some crosshairs with some ships in them. Flip them over, and we do have, again, they mentioned ping tokens. So it looks like there's some pings. So maybe if people's gear technology is pointing to where maybe the aliens are or where there's some life forms, then it looks like we've got some ping tokens that have kind of a nice little triangular sensor on it so that we can point towards where people are. So quite a few, just one cardboard sheet of punch outs, but there's still quite a few punch outs on that itself. And it looks like we are now down to the books. And yeah, here's where a lot of the weight was coming in for sure. These are really, really heavy duty, well-made paperbacks. This is nice. I like the art. Love that art. You can see that there. This is the Chariot of the Gods adventure, again, written by Andrew E.C. Gasca. And let's see, let's open it up real quick. Let's see here. We've got lead writers, game designers, lead artists, graphic design, little information about the scenario. All right. And personal agendas of the crew, the situation. And so I'm not going to get too much into this because if you're going to play this, you do not want to have it spoiled. If you're going to be running it, then you're going to have quite a bit of information here to dive into, to read up on, for again information about the group, the troop that's on the USCSS, and also some information about the adventure itself. So that is in this book here, and then we have a pared down version of Aliens the Role-Playing Game rule book. So if I say pared down, it's 104 pages long, but I've seen the PDF of the full-on Alien role-playing rule book. It's about 400 pages long, but it's got everything that you need in it for players, for the game master, everything inside that one. This one I'm again assuming is going to have just kind of the very basics that you need to run the game. So information you can give to the players, information for the game master, going to be in here. But again, the art, I love that art. They kind of pulled out all the stops, I think, for this starter kit, and that's it. That's everything that's in the box. So you get this 104 page, very well done. I mean, glossy paper here. Beautiful artwork on the inside. Let's see if we can flip through there and find a little bit more of the artwork. So there we go. Show you a little bit more of that. But if you're into the Alien franchise, if you're into sci-fi, if you're into the horror theme, this looks like it's probably going to be really well worth your money if you want to dive into role-playing in the Alien world. Just going to take a look through this real quick again. This one doesn't have as much art in it. The adventure portion doesn't. The adventure portion is mostly text. There's some images in here for your characters that you're going to be playing as, probably. But other than that, it's mostly text, but it's not text heavy. If you look at it, they did it's very nice layout. Again, kind of the screens that you would see in sci-fi films. So I'm kind of a little bit of a nerd for layout when it comes to the inside of the book. You don't want it to be just end-to-end text, because then it's just going to be a little bit overwhelming for the person who's going to be running the game. As you know, you open it up and you sit, I'm going to be here for hours and hours on end. But if it's a little bit easier on the eyes, if it's laid out nicely, if it looks good, and again, no trouble going to be reading through this font or this text here. So that looks really good. Again, we've got the punch outs, which we'll be utilizing. We've got the pre-generated characters, 5 of those. We've got this beautiful, again, huge map of the charted space. We've got our personal agenda cards. We've got our character cards. We've got our weapon cards. We've got our initiative tracker cards, all of those in there as well. And we've got 20. And again, 20, what I would say are beautiful dice. These are some really, really well put together dice. I almost thought they were going to be metal at first when I heard them clacking against each other, but they're not. They're more of a resin or a plastic, but they're really, really well made, very clear. I know a lot of times when you roll dice, there's some dice out there that are beautiful, but it's hard to read the numbers on them. These are very, very clear numbers, going to read very easily at the table. But that is it. That is everything that comes inside of the Freely Publishing Alien the Role-Playing Game starter set. Again, I think you can find this in the stores for about $50. But it's going to be well worth it. If you enjoy running these games, if you enjoy playing these games, then this is something that you might want to look into on their website, wherever it is at your local friendly local gaming store, wherever it is that you're picking up your games. See if they've got Alien the Role-Playing Starter Set. Check it out for yourself. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. I know I did. I enjoyed looking through this because I'm excited to run this game for my friends. And so now I know a little bit more about what's inside there, and I can't wait to start reading through it, diving through it, read the adventure, because again, that's a really good way usually of learning the game is reading through one of the adventures. So I love that it comes with an adventure, and not just a little adventure. I mean, 48-page, well-written, hopefully, adventure. So I'm Peter, again, with the Tabletop Gaming Guild, and that was the Alien, the role-playing game by Free League Publishing. It's their starter set. I'll show it to you one more time. Go check it out, and until we talk again, keep on playing games.